Zuckerberg is a fraud pretending to care about American democracy and the election. This guy spent 400 million last election cycle. And let's put that aside. He owns one of the largest social media companies on earth in Facebook, Meta, and Instagram. I didn't hear the CEO and owner, Mark Zuckerberg, come out and say, I guarantee you my companies will not participate in censorship at the behest of the FBI or anyone else in the federal government, like we did in the last two elections, like we did with Hunter Biden's laptop, like we did with the 51 Intel letter. He could have said that, but he didn't because he wants it to happen. And as a sort of proactive, preemptive move to say, "Oh, I told you so," he came out to the media and said, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry." But it doesn't matter to these guys because they're going to go past November 5th. And if they get their way and Harris is awarded the victory, they're just going to be like, nothing to see here. And if Donald Trump wins, they'll come back and say, see, our companies tried to comply, but it's BS. And Zuckerberg is the biggest fraud in big business.
Mark Zuckerberg is a fraud, says FBI Director Kash Patel. Now, Kash Patel was a frequent guest on the Alec show prior to the election. This was a clip from him on the show just prior to the election, about a month or so beforehand, when Mark Zuckerberg began donating to the Trump campaign, trying to hedge his bets based on what was going to happen on November 5th. Now, today, Mark Zuckerberg is on trial. The Federal Trade Commission may be forcing him to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp. Now, what is this all about? The Federal Trade Commission is arguing that Meta, or Facebook, acquired Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014 to neutralize rising competition and maintain dominance over the social media industry, despite the fact that both purchases were cleared by the federal regulators at the time. Now, if we go back to a Mark Zuckerberg email from 2008, he is quoted as saying, "It is better to buy than to compete." Now, those words may come back to hurt Zuckerberg here as this trial goes on, talking about how he just bought out the competition rather than competing against them. We know this is something that Mark Zuckerberg likes to do, right? And this is exactly the theory he applied to President Trump's campaign when he donated to it, because he's saying, well, why compete with President Donald Trump when you could try to buy your way in? He tries to buy favor with the president, and he's visited the White House multiple times trying to lobby his case here. Now, President Donald Trump is somebody here, if I'm him, there's no way I give this guy the benefit of the doubt or try to make anything easy on him. Mark Zuckerberg banned President Donald Trump from Facebook, banned him from Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg, during the 2020 cycle, was 100% responsible for hiding the Hunter Biden laptop story. He did not promote anything against. He wouldn't allow anything on the platform that said otherwise. So he went all in to stop President Donald Trump's reelection campaign in 2020. There's no way in the world he should be trusted right now. I agree with Kash Patel that this guy is a fraud. And so now we're going to find out, is it legal what he did to buy out the competition of Instagram and WhatsApp? And virtually, we see this guy's a copycat is what he is. Now, props to him. The guy's a multi-billionaire. He got the Facebook idea from MySpace. It wasn't like he created this brand new idea. The idea was there. He took it, amplified it. Good for him. Made a fortune on it. He sees other companies on the rise, like Instagram. He grabs it, buys it, so it's not a threat to him. He sees WhatsApp emerging in 2014. He says, oh, no, I'm going to put a stop to this. He grabs it, buys it. And so we see him also integrate ideas into the Instagram platform and stuff like stories from Snapchat, like Reels to mimic the TikToks. So this is a guy that likes to see things that work and grab them for himself. And so right now we're going to find out what happens to Mark Zuckerberg. Is he going to be forced to divert Instagram and WhatsApp from his portfolio here? That's what this trial that started today is all about. Now, the trial is expected to last for a few months. It will feature testimony from Mark Zuckerberg himself. It's being tried in the Washington, D.C. District Court. So this is going to play out over a period of time, but the trial starts today. And I kind of wanted to jump on here and replay Kash Patel's words, because I think they were powerful, what he said prior to the election. I think we must not forget who this guy really is. And we know that he tried to buy his way into the Trump campaign, making campaign donations, just like Kash was trying to say there. He's trying to, this way he could say, oh, look, I didn't try to interfere with anything with the election. I'm on your side. I'm playing down the middle. But if Harris had won the election, he would have been all in on the Harris side of this thing and would have dropped President Trump like a wet towel. And that's the way he played it. And so I don't think this guy should be trusted. I think what's fair should be played out in the court system here, and let's find out. But he does dominate the social media landscape, and I'm not a fan of his. I do believe now, does this guy allow backdoor channels into his social media groups to China? Does China have a backdoor way into all the Meta universe? I don't know. I think that's another big question that needs to be asked during this trial, or something that needs to be brought out as we go on with this. But it starts today. I agree with Kash Patel. Mark Zuckerberg is the biggest fraud in big tech, and hopefully, I wouldn't mind seeing his monopoly get busted up. What say you? Put your comment down below.
You're listening to the